The uniqueness of Prism is our combination of talent and experience working together as a highly motivated, happy, resourceful, creative team.
We are a very proud business, and we enjoy getting awards and being recognized and having incredibly high associate satisfaction scores and guest satisfaction scores, and we're committed to that.
You should hire Prism because we're the best at what we do, which is give you, the owner, what you want. We're excellent at listening. We're very innovative. We have a track record which no one can beat in terms of performance, both in terms of guest satisfaction and in terms of happy owners, and in terms of making money and turning around hotels.
The reason why owners should hire Prism is because of our company mantra of most satisfied owner. Best performance plus effective communication equals most satisfied owners.
I get that question a lot, right? And I think that what every company should have its own saleable point of differentiation. And I think our saleable point of differentiation is our culture.
Because we care, and we show you we care. And you'll be the most important subject and owner for us.
I think it's our core values. I think not what they are, but because we deliver on them. If you go back to the leadership conference in January, we had folks stand up and talk about what their experience was at the leadership conference, and I think you saw a lot of people who literally just opened up their hearts and talked about how glad they were to be here and part of this culture.
The culture started with what a loving person my mother was, and my dad loved everybody and cared about everybody, and I picked that up as a good way to live. And when I started Prism in 1983, it was already embedded in what I was then and continued to be. So it really began with just loving other people.
Got to have integrity. If you don't, then there's no way you're going to have most satisfied owners.
I have an expression I tell them, which is in Texas, if you're really a friend of someone, you'll tell them your baby's ugly.
I've never met an owner who didn't appreciate an honest collaboration. I don't think our owners want an organization that we're constantly telling them what they want to hear. We're constantly just feeding them a line.
We're honest, we are transparent with everything that we put our mind on.
Compassion is taking care of each other, taking care of our Prism family, taking care of yourself, taking care of our guests. Compassion is having care for the well-being of those around you.
Hospitality is like you dealing with a big family. And if you don't know how to be a reasonable, lovable, careable person to deal with family, you cannot last in hospitality.
And it's not just about walking by somebody in the hall and saying good morning. It's about stopping and saying, hey, how are you doing today? How are you really doing today? What can I help you with? How's your son's curveball coming? Those kind of things. And I think that goes back to the core of hospitality and why we get into this business.
We are not a large organization that you can hide behind somebody else's decisions. And we require, at all levels, somebody that says, this is what I'm going to do, this is why I'm going to do it, this is why I feel comfortable with that.
Personal leadership is that you don't pass the buck. You aren't playing the blame game. You aren't pointing out faults in everybody else. You are accepting what your area of responsibility is for your hotel and your team to perform. And you are willing to give 110% to help achieve the commitment to results.
Commitment to results. Until you get around our people and you understand how we do things, and in particular our Monday operations meetings where you see a 4-hour bloodletting where every hotel's performance is addressed, dissected, rebuilt, and corrected. Until you see that in person, you don't really understand how real that core value is. It's an absolute personal commitment. And when I say that, there's 10 people around the table, 5 people on the phone, and everybody is taking it very personally. And that's unique. I've been in the business a long time, and that is a unique characteristic.
I think it's a combination of two things. It's net operating income, because if we're generating cash flow and we're distributing cash to the owners and we're covering their debt service, then that makes everybody really happy. But I think you have to do that combined with, guest satisfaction and having your hotel achieving a level of guest satisfaction that puts that hotel, not necessarily number one in the brand. That's always great, but sometimes that means you're probably spending too much of that NOI. But at the top, in that top 10% is huge. So brand standards, guest satisfaction, and net operating income.
You're not going to do a great job unless you love your job, and you're not going to love your job unless you love the culture.
Through the years, I think a lot of companies have lost what we consider to be the soul of hospitality. And if we can inject fun and we can have highly engaged associates, I think we get to where they want to stay in this industry for a long time.
If you're not enjoying what you're doing, you're not going to be good at it.
Win often, lose fast. Decisive means know when you need to make a change, know when you need to make a decision. Don't waffle, don't hem and haw and debate and think about it for a month and then suddenly you've lost a month's worth of performance. We need to make quick decisions. Win often, lose fast.
Win often, but lose fast. Because we're not going to get commitment to exceptional results if we just keep doing the same thing that everybody else is in our industry.
You can't do anything great without being decisive.
We are present in the moment for everything we do.
In the hospitality business, we have to engage with people. And no matter who you are walking around the building of our hotel, there's a customer in your vicinity that you should be engaging. You should be engaging with each other. You should be engaging at networking events. Our ability to engage and connect with people is the lifeblood of our business.
It's that outward expression of compassion. We really care about people. We engage. I mean, you'll see that people when our corporate operations team, we get this from new hotels we take over all the time. They're like, you guys are always hugging and high-fiving and laughing and yeah, that's about fun, but that's about being genuinely engaged.
Resourceful means not just doing what you've always done. Look for resources, look for ways to do things better.
We're not going to have everything at our hands immediately, and if we can't improvise and if we can't be creative, we're not going to be able to get the results. I think again it goes back to resourcefulness and being decisive kind of tie in together.
My expectations for our future together is that we will continue every day to help each other get better and better.